Well, let's give those a try. You know, there's nothing like homemade baked beans. Baked beans are a tradition in the Maritimes. This is my mother's recipe. We always had baked beans on Saturday night. Occasionally, the whole community would get together and we'd have a baked bean supper, music provided, local, of course. One of the things you have to have with baked beans is brown bread. And in the days to come, I'll share with you my recipe for brown bread. 2 cups of beans. I'm using navy beans. We're going to cover these in water to soak overnight. You could also use soldier beans, Jacob's Cattle, Yellow Eye, whatever you want. These beans take about 6 to 8 hours to cook. That's it for now. We've covered them in water. We'll let them soak overnight. Well, our beans have soaked overnight, and as you can see, they've soaked up a lot of the water. Well, we've rinsed our beans in cold water. Now we'll add them to our bean pot. Add enough water to cover the beans. To your beans, add 1/4 cup of brown sugar. 1/4 cup of fancy molasses. Want to get it all in there. Add a good sized piece of bean pork. You can get this from your local butcher. So add a small onion studded with fresh cloves. You just puncture the onion with the clove. 7 or 8 in the pot. 1/2 teaspoon of dry mustard. And a teaspoonful of salt. Let's cover our beans. They're ready for the oven. Well, we've set our bean pot on a tray to catch any overflow. We preset our oven to 350, and we'll set our bean pot on the center rack. And we'll check it after about 3 hours and probably add a bit of water. Well, it's been 3 hours. Let's check our beans and see if they still have enough water. Yes, they do. Well, the beans have been cooking for 5 hours. Let's check them again. Okay, this time they're starting to get a little dry. Let's just add a bit of hot water. Make sure the water is hot so that they don't dry out. Well, our beans have been cooking for 7 hours. Let's give them a check. They're done.